Hello, ladies. We are going to close this party out. We are going to be sitting with someone. Now, the best scenario ever is that if we can go sit at the couch and be away from the rest of the group. Best scenario ever. However, you could go to somebody's house where that's not available. So what do you do? Well, what I try to do then is get the customers to go kind of over and have the refreshments maybe in the kitchen if it's available, and you stay at the table then and just one-on-one talk to somebody. Why do we want to do one-on-one? The most important reason that we want to do a one-on-one close is so that we don't have a mother-in-law, sister-in-law, mom, whatever, good friend, judging what we're spending. If they know a lot about our life and our financial situation, sometimes they can influence what somebody decides they want to do. And I am never going to judge what anybody spends on themselves. And I've had people who I knew were even on welfare, but they had a little extra cash that they got from somewhere, and they felt it was vitally important because it wasn't going to take away from feeding their children that they spend some money on them. Am I going to judge that? No, because you know what? If she really wants that, she's going to buy it from somewhere. She's going to go to the store or buy it from somewhere. So she might as well buy it with me. Or it's a way for me to find out that she really loves the products, but she just can't afford it, and she doesn't want to say that in front of her friends. And then we can book a party and I can show her how to get it for free. Linda Tupin, my mentor, has always said that when she sits down with somebody and they say if money were no object, they'd start with the Cadillac set, but they can only take home the Princess set, that is music to her ears. She's your next booking. And it's important that at every party we try to get at least two bookings from that party. So one party holds, you get two bookings to possibly hold in the future. You're always building your business in the simplest way, in the way that Mary Kay, the woman, always felt was the best way. And you don't have to go out and try to find a bunch of names. You just, once you have start getting your parties going, then they can continue going and going. So there's a lot of different reasons why we want to sit one-on-one with somebody. Um, and and just know that it sometimes is very uncomfortable for other people to sit down and knowing that their friends are listening to what they're buying because they know they're going to get judged. And so if it's in a bag and person can't see it, then it's none of their business. Okay. So that's important. Um, and even though she doesn't know me, she might still be willing to say things to me that she might not want to say in front of her friends. Okay, so that's important. The other reason it's important is so that I get all the information I need on her skincare profile so that I can probably properly service her throughout. Okay, so the first thing I do when we sit down, and Mary Kay always said that when you sit down and you angle yourself so you're looking at the person, and it's important to be eye level or below with that person. Because if you've just been standing up and you've been holding this whole party standing up and you're in control, and now she's spending her money, she needs to be in control. So for me, it's real easy because I'm short. I can be eye level or below anybody because I'm shorter than most people. So it's easy for me. But if you're a tall person, when you sit down, that person still feels like they're way below you. It's important to kind of maybe lean down, kind of like lean on your legs a little bit, or kind of just kind of lean over. Do something so that you're eye level or below that person. And she needs to now be in control because it's her money and her decisions at this point. So she needs to be in control. And that's one of the ways that she can feel that way. All right. Mary Kay always kicked her shoes off at that point too. So, if you want, you can, if you've been standing, you want to kick your shoes off. Anything where you can feel comfortable and she feels like, poof, you're kind of, let's be comfortable now together. Okay. So the first thing that I do, and it in the page in the flip chart that I give for this is called the private consultation. That's the name of this section, the private consultation. It is where you meet them individually, treat them special, and then close properly. Okay. The first thing, I already have it set up. Remember in the beginning, we set it up. I have my money bag, my calculator, the receipts. I have some lookbooks. I have my date book. Um, I have their little gifts with their name on it, their little gift with their name on it. Okay, those are all sitting there. And so the way that I have found to start it off is when you sit down, she's a little nervous. So you say, you go ahead, hold on to the placemat for a minute, but I need this. I need your skincare profile. And so then yes, I have to put my glasses on because these are little words. Then I have my ink pen in my hand and I kind of go over, okay, good. Yep, got that. Got your birth date, the month and day of your birthday, your address. Oh, you forgot your zip code. What's your zip code? Oh, okay. And then, okay, your email. Let me just make sure. Okay, is that a one or a L? That kind of thing. I will just make sure that everything on here is the way it should be, and her phone number. And that's what I'm most concerned with, is this up here. I'm most concerned with that. I also want to make sure that we wrote down foundation. Like if we did the CC cream, I want to make sure I put CC, very light, or CC light to medium, whatever it is. I want to make sure that's on here. Then you flip it over, and remember she's got 1 through 5 here on the back. So then, okay, great. Okay, so on this, that says question 1, and um, I just kind of go, oh, great. Okay, I got everything I need here to add you to my VIP customers. And so you smile at her and let her know it was such a pleasure to meet you today, Sally. And first of all, did you have fun? And then, and when you say, did you have fun? You go like this, because it's hard for her to go like this when you're going like this. Did you have fun? Great. How does your face feel? And I take the back of my hands and I feel my face. How does your face feel? Do you have any questions for me that I haven't answered yet? And then, okay. So the next thing is, if I see, I want to know if money were no object. So then question number 4 on this. Question number 4 on the back of the profile says, if money were no object, right? So say she said the Queen set or the Cadillac set. You say, great. If money were no object, I see you'd start with the Cadillac set today. However, sometimes money can be an issue. What do you feel most comfortable starting with today? Whatever you decide is fine with me. And then shut up. Okay, so kind of take that all as one thing. However, sometimes money can be an issue. What do you feel most comfortable with starting today? Whatever you decide is fine with me. You say it all as one, and then you stop. This is the information we know right now, is that at that point, you've given her permission. Whatever she wants is fine with me. And then you be quiet, because the next person who talks is the person who's buying something. It's a psychology thing. It's a selling thing. So you have to then pause and let her answer. Don't say anything. Just go, so whatever you decide is fine with me. And you just look at her and you smile. Okay. And then if she says, well, I really can, I want to go ahead and get the Cadillac set. That's what I want to do. Okay, let's get the set, and then I have the receipt in front of me. Let's get what set you want to choose, and then what your free stuff is. Let's get that done. If she says, well, I really can only start with the princess set today, you say, great, that's fine. And so, all right, so we want to go ahead and get started with your skincare. See, when I'm doing the presentation, and when I get to this point, it is when I'm like, the skincare is the most important part for me for them to get started on. That's what I do that's what I do for my customers. I want them to have the best skin. I don't want them to just buy willy-nilly things, or I don't want them to just get some lipstick. If they can afford to get the skincare, that's what it's just kind of like insinuated, like, well, let's go ahead and get started with your skincare then. Or do you want to go ahead and get started with your skincare then? We got to keep you young. And And then I start writing the order up. When you've written everything on the order, okay, is there anything else you can't live without? No. Oh, you know what? I need a mascara. Okay, let's do mascara. So is there anything else you can't live without? And then you keep going until she's, no, I'm done. Okay, great. And then you add it all up. You have your calculator there, so you can add it all up very quickly. And then you say, okay, you have the receipt, you've written the receipt, and you say, okay, so your total is, and you show it to her. You don't have to say it out loud because if somebody else hears that amount, again, it's an issue. So all you have to do is go, okay, so your total is right here. Okay. All right. So and what's your payment preference? Do you want to do cash, check, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover, Cash App, Venmo, or any combination of that? And see how she wants to pay for it and then take the payment. Okay. Now, I know on here we went all the way to question 4, from question 1 to question 4. Okay, so 2 and 3 are what's next. It's really important to get the order first. Get her order first before you book her for anything future. Get her order first because that's what's going to help the hostess get her hostess credit by having the sales. That's important. Okay. So you do that. So you go from question 1 to question 4. And then we're going to go back to question 2 on the back of the profile card. So question 2 is our second pampering session. We want to get that on the date book. So let's see here what type of appointment you're interested in for your second appointment. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get you in. And then at this point, when you have your date book in front of you, that's when you do it with options. This or this. When is better for you? This or this. So in other words, you have to know in your date book before you go there, know when you can set appointments up. So you can say to her then, what's available for you? Is it better during the day or in the evenings? Is it better for the evenings or the weekend? You get to make those options because you get to set your own schedule. So you decide ahead of time when you're going to offer. And so it's this or this. So what's better for you this week or next? Is it better for you daytime or evening? Or is it better for you evening or weekends if you work a full-time job and you can't do daytime? So you pick those options and give her those choices till you narrow it down. So, well, next week would be better. Okay, so beginning of the week or the end of the week, which is better for you then? Is there a day of the week that's best? And okay, Wednesday, well, I could do this time on Wednesday. Or, oh, Saturdays are better. Okay, well, is it morning or afternoon on Saturdays that work better for you? And then you write her name in your date book right then. Okay. Now, one of the options you can do is turn your date book around and say, go ahead and write your name and your phone number right there on that date and time. You can have her do it or you can just do it. So then I write down right then her name. All right. And then question number 3 was me or free. So if she says, if her answer of question number 3 was me, you can say, okay, so it's just going to be you and I getting together, and that's great. I'm going to give you a lookbook though, so if you want to show it to some people at work or show it to somebody before you get there, then and you get $100 in orders, then you get to pick out $100 in free product. So we have that. And then the other thing real quick, Sally, is this. If you change your mind and you decide, you're talking to somebody in between time and and you got a girlfriend or two that want to come by and do it with you, fine, just invite them. It's no big deal. We can just, have them. I can do 3 as easy as I can do 1. So just invite them. And then you and I will be in communication before then anyways. And if you decide you want to have some friends, just invite them and then let me know. Simple as that. Okay, great. Now, if she said free, you say, yay, I'm so excited you want to get free products and share me with your friends. And I found if you want at least 3 people there, that you always want to invite like 5 or 6 because you know how it is. Susie gets pink eye, Karen is sick and throwing up at the last minute. So we always invite more than what we think. And it's usually about double. So if you want 3 people there, I would invite at least 6 people because we never know what's going to happen. Either the people we invite can't come or at the last minute, somebody gets pink eye, right? I mean, it's crazy. Okay. And then I have this hostess packet for you. And let me write just some quick information um, on the party thing so that we know when we're doing it here and fill that out real quick. And there's a lookbook and an outside order sheet in there. So you could, if you want to get the $100 in sales before I get there, or, you know, with the people that can't come, then you'll get your $100 free with that. Um, and so, and it's just like at the party. I want you to know that when you're a hostess, it's really simple because I do all the work before and after. So when they order their products, if they order the outside orders, the co-workers or the friends or whatever order, I will collect the money and I will make the delivery. So you don't have to do any of that work. It's really simple. So sound good? All right. And we'll be in touch about that. I'll give you more information. We'll be in touch. And then question number 5 was last but not least, you see, you know, Susie, you seem to really enjoy yourself today, and I would love to give you more information on the Merrick opportunity. I'll have a gift for you, and it will help me with my further training. You know what? And if the opportunity isn't for you, it's okay because I need customers too. All right. Um, so uh, so I just want to thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to meet you. And then if you have inventory, you can then package it all up real quick. Now, one of the things that I have found is that if I really want to make things go fast and easy and also get a different kind of respect from the guests that are there, is to take somebody with me. So if you have a prospect or you have a new consultant or you just have a sister consultant that wants to see how you do everything, bring her and let her help you. For instance, she could listen to what you say as you do this part, and then you could hand her the receipt and say, you know, my friend here, she's going to go ahead and put that in the bag for you and give it to you, and we'll be in touch because I'm going to be in touch with you before our little get together. Before we do that, I'll be in touch, and I'll just, you know, give you a quick call too in just a couple days. I want to make sure everything's working for you, or if you have any questions, you call me immediately. Okay, great. All right, great to see you. Great to meet you, and then let's see, I think we were going to do, why don't you go ahead and send Betty in because I think she was next. Okay, good. And that's how you close out. See, everything is personable that way, and you cover all the basics. Mary Kay told us to do, when we do an appointment, we want to do full circle. Full circle is book, sell, well, yeah, book, coach, sell, recruit over again. Book, sell, coach, recruit, book, sell, coach, recruit. So if we just keep doing that, and so what we're doing is we're showing the products, we're selling our product, we're booking new appointments, and we're sharing the opportunity and a way for them to continually get free and to know about our opportunity. So if there's somebody there that needs to know about the opportunity, you're doing all of that at one party in a very fast, efficient way to not have anybody feel. I don't think any of this would make anybody feel uncomfortable, and any of the guests. It's all personable, and you're just letting them know what you offer, that you are the professional beauty consultant, that they can count on you, that you're there, you're going to be their beauty consultant, and and basically you're letting them know that we're different. We are different than other companies because we will service them. And that's how you close them out. Have a great one and be watching for all the other videos on how to actually do the presentation.